Hello everybody, my name is Miguel. Welcome to Lucid9. This is a not your average game. This is a visual novel. Now this would be the first of my channel for me to do a visual novel. Now I will say before I continue, if visual novels are, like I said, not your average games. These are more so mostly reading. So if they're mostly reading, so it's all just reading and just pictures and a couple animations here and there depending on the game itself. So if reading and visual novels aren't your thing, then I suggest you don't watch it. But if it is, then welcome. You got me to read it. And besides this game, there's two others that I'm planning to do anyway. Two other visual novels. One, I did a demo. I did a series on the demo, and I'm waiting to do the full version once it gets released. And then one, which I want to keep it as well. It depends if this one gets, if this one ends up being good, and the other one ends up being good. The third one that I want to do, I don't want to spill anything, but it's got something to do with a couple of not creepy, some crazy fox spirits. If you guys are catching my drift. Yeah. Fox spirits. I'll just leave it at that. It's a popular visual novel, the one that I'm giving the hint to. Anyway, without further ado, the one that we're worrying about now is Lucid9, so let's get a start on it right now. I'm playing this on a Windows screen because I can play it full screen, but I tried to use my timer and holy shit. The timer, I had to use this because the timer on my screen capture, I couldn't even see it. So here we go. So main menu, preferences, start, auto, save, load, and then next. So I think I could, no, I'll just have my mouse here somewhere. I step back and examine my masterpiece. Perfect. My favorite color. New heartbeat. I've always loved red. It's different, brilliant, vibrant, unusual, a happy anomaly, just like me. Red isn't much for nature, really only shows up in autumn, and even then, it's a dreary rustle or nauseating cherry. And we just can't have that. Not when it deserves so much more. A whispering breeze filters through my thoughts, brushing against my skin with icy fingers. I allow myself a moment to pause, to relish, to admire, to welcome the fresh scent of freedom. This is what I live for. When I open my eyes, I spot a frail leaf dancing upon the backbone of the passing wind, afflicting the world with its appalling shade of asparagus. I pluck it from its branch with the edges of my stained fingernails. Sorry. Disgusting. How anyone could enjoy this color eludes me. A soft groan redirects my attention to my waiting masterpiece. Heartbeat again. It's lovely, really. Spread across the ground, face contorted with fear, twitching, cold fingers clutching at empty air. Not my best work, unfortunately. The canvas died much quicker than I had originally expected, even when I tried to carve a bit slower. Well, no matter. Today it shall be a palette for my paint. That's not a good sound. I make quick work of my new palette's chest, ignoring the twitching of post-mortem reflexes from its mutilated kneecaps. The sweet color of red, true crimson, pure scarlet, slinks down its pallid abdomen, looking at the blossoming turf below. I dip my finger into the settling pool of blood. It's warm, sticky, like syrup or settling gelatin. The sweet scent wafts to my nostrils. Ew. Its smell of iron, of rust, of all things sharp and beautiful. Now, a new canvas. I check my surroundings. I can't speak for some reason. Oh, wonderful time for me to start this visual novel. Evaluating the surfaces and textures and sizes and shapes of every object in sight. None are quite so satisfactory as human skin, with its elasticity, its porous absorption, its innately warm tint, but a substitute is required, so a substitute I must find. Presently, I realize that I'm still holding that eyesore of a leaf in my hand. Well, I suppose it will have to do. In one bold fluid stroke, I swipe my paint across the leaf, the very essence of Van Gogh himself. Ah, yes, dear Vincent. The man cut off his own ear to send a message when words just didn't suffice. I always admired his style. I take a moment to appreciate the leaf's newfound radiance before searching for a proper display. Something like this deserves to be exhibited. I hang my canvas back on its branch. That's better. If only there was more of this color in the world. The unexpected interlude of my phone drives me out of my thoughts. The irritating thing just loves to ruin the climax.
Yes?
Is it done? You're always in such a rush. Well, yes, it's done. I was having a moment. There's more where that came from. You interrupted me. You're the one who wanted to know when it was finished. A thrill leaps through my veins as my lips pull into a tenuous smile. Well, is it? Same time, same place as usual. You know the drill. I nearly clap my hands, but master myself for one final word. Understood. I cut the transmission and eagerly withdraw a small bottle from within my jacket. Only one pill left, but no matter, I'll be getting more soon enough. I pop the final capsule into my mouth, puncturing its skin with my teeth and rolling the bitter gel over my tongue. Now this is life. As a wave of euphoria sweeps through me, I turn from my handiwork, strolling out of the meadow. Today's fun is over, but tomorrow will hold just as many pleasures. Ma? Yama Ishimoto. Huh? I sluggishly pull my head upward, fixing my eyes on the woman at the front of the classroom. Oh, he was dreaming. Are you even listening? I hide an instinctive smirk. Technically, no. I always found napping more appealing than the relearning history that's been drilled into me since age 6. Not that I can actually say that. In all honesty, this teacher doesn't deserve that kind of callous response. Yes, ma'am. Perfect. Summarize the whole section we've been reviewing. I glance at the touchscreen board mounted. The touchscreen board? Holy shit. Oh, duh. The setting of this story is set at the year 2018. We're in 2016. That's 2 years behind. Anywho.
Yeah, I'm ready to do it.
Okay. I glance at the touchscreen board mounted behind the teacher, quickly skimming over the graphics and topography hovering on its surface. History of Isamu, our glorious metropolis, beginning 2000 AD. Easy. Life was really boring for a while. We weren't in debt, weren't at war, and were basically doing nothing interesting. The teacher's lips pursed into a thin line as the classroom erupts into snickers. I love me some Snickers. I feel the slightest tinge of regret and rein in my sarcasm. Then in 2007, America entered a debt crisis that caused a worldwide financial crash. Japan was one of the countries most affected by this. Well, second to China. And why might that be? Because we were dumb about who we partnered with. She taps her fingers impatiently on her desk, her eyes narrowing. I didn't mean to do that. Ooh. Anyway. Well, I accidentally skipped. There's no way of going back now, can I? I can't go back, can I?
How do I go back?
Hold on. Well, we can't. I skipped it. Well, she asks... Well, sorry, guys. Anywho. Well, she asked me to summarize the chapter. She didn't ask me how. Anyway, our glorious government didn't handle the situation so hot, so we had a lovely depression with all-time highs of unemployment and crime. Good effort, gold star. The teacher waves her hand as the class roars with laughter. Right, that's enough. I'll be needing to talk with you after class about your attitude, young man. Meh, in other news, grass is green. Elizabeth, perhaps you can salvage this explanation. Ooh, you look pretty cute. She gestures a few seats to my right, where my lavender-haired classmate sits, her spine as straight as a ruler. I feel a curdle of distaste in the pit of my stomach as I lounge against my chair. Of course, Elizabeth Oshiro, class valedictorian, school poster child, and the area's golden girl. Nap time. I settle my head in my arms as Elizabeth leaps to her feet, smiling warmly. Certainly, during this time, Japan fell into chaos. Public demonstrations, often violent, occurred almost every day. Furthermore, political scandals regarding the national government kept spreading. Them legs, anyway, so ignore that. Kept spreading. The teacher relaxes at Elizabeth's textbook recitation. She even shoots a quick glare in my direction, as if to say, "See?
Why can't you be like the bitch Elizabeth,
who kept her back erect like a ruler?" Go, moving on. Can't answer that. Eventually, local political powers became more effective than the centralized administration, hence why Isamu operates as smoothly as it does. Yes, thanks to the mayor's efforts. Perfectly done, Elizabeth. I read that wrong. Oh well. Elizabeth smiles primly and settles back into her seat, fixing her eyes on me with challenging disapproval. Ooh, she's just staring into my soul right now. That look. I only shrug my shoulders, sending her an easy smirk. Oh, beautiful and brainy. She might be worthy enough to make my list. I glanced to my left just in time to catch another classmate, Yahiko Ikari, winking conspicuously at Elizabeth. She clearly ignores him. Well, that's Yahiko for you. I can't remember a day when he hasn't tried to flirt with some girl or another, nor can I remember a day where he wasn't flat out rejected. Technically, he's my former roommate. Not classmate. He is my classmate right now. Jesus. Like I said, I can't read for some reason. Wonderful moment for me to decide to do this. Technically, he's my former roommate, which makes him my friend of 2 years. How close of a friend? Well, that's up for debate. Huh? She managed to deflect my charms. I wonder how. Me too. No one can resist the Yahiko Ikari. Yahiko! Yahiko clamps his mouth shut at the teacher's strident command. She leans heavily against her desk, massaging her temples with her fingers. Oh, the teacher is doing that. All right, class. Thanks to Elizabeth, we've seen where we come from. I'm sure you're all wondering what the point of this history recap was. Not really, no. We must study the past to understand the future. As such, it's imperative that the next topic be taken seriously. So, where do you all see yourself 10 years from now? I'm barely able to stifle a snort. It's only, the second day of school? Sure, this is a third year class. Sure, we're preparing for the college entrance exam. Does that mean that we have to know exactly what we want to do for the rest of our lives? The teacher pointedly looks at me, a hard glint in her eye. Yama Ishimoto, perhaps you'd like to get us started. I attempted to say, no thank you, but that'd be pretty rude. I'll manage my parents' restaurant, I guess. The teacher's lips lightened ever so slightly. I know what she's thinking. No passion, no ambition. He will be a failure, this one. Jeez, that's kind of awfully rude.
It's my life.
It'll pay the bills. What more can I ask for? Really, dude? Out of anything you could have picked, you picked a restaurant manager? Well, what would you suggest? Had a bunch more, dude, like women in cars. Oh boy. And he criticizes me for lack of imagination. Come Come on, it's 10 years. Anything can happen. The teacher shoots him with a disapproving glare as his voice raises dramatically in volume. Yahiko, thank you for volunteering. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Yahiko beams, and I feel a sudden sense of dread. Here goes his dream, the one that I've heard no less than 200 times before. Well, Teach, I see myself with a Ferrari F500 under one arm, a Lamborghini Aventador 704 under the other, and a lot of beautiful women in between, fighting for the honorable privilege of bearing my children. Oh boy. The class stares at him. Ah, heck, let's have some fun. I whisper to him. What about the mansion? Right. Take all that and put it in front of a 20,000 square foot mansion, attended by a staff of 1,000 maids. And where is this located? Oh, it's in the Caribbean, on an island. A man-made island specifically constructed just for me with my name laser engraved into the hills so that every plane that flies by sees that it belongs to. That's quite enough, Yahiko. Thank you for your input. I think it was pretty great. Clearly, she doesn't believe in his dream. Actually, I don't think anyone except Yahiko believes in his dream. Then again, Yahiko has enough belief to make up for everyone else. Now, Himeko, what about you? As the rest of our classmates drone on about joining some kind of mega corporation like Lemonscape or Way Forward Pharmaceuticals, I lean closer to Yahiko. You forgot some things. I did? The yacht. The walk-in closet just for designer shoes. The private jet. A second mansion in Tahiti. Oh crap, I did? Hey, teach! Fortunately for the teacher, the school bell begins. The school bell rings before he can grab her attention. My classmates immediately shove their belongings into their bags and bolt for the door. Meanwhile, Yahiko heads straight for the teacher's desk, eyes lit with excitement as he gabbers on and on about his yacht and his designer shoes and his private jet for his second mansion in Tahiti. Holy shit, this dude is dreaming. A restaurant manager, huh? Oh, there goes Elizabeth. And then there's Elizabeth, slipping into Yahiko's now vacant seat. She shifts her backpack's weight to the desk and raises a patronizing eyebrow. Excuse me, raises a patronizing eyebrow at me. Well, sorry for being realistic, Miss CEO of a mega corporation. Sorry that I actually have ambition, Mr. Manager of the family restaurant. Don't get mad at me. Like I said, it's my life. I should have the freedom to choose what I want to be. What? Should I have talked about having a mansion and cars and maids on my own personal island? You didn't even shoot for a restaurant not owned by your parents? They'll kick the bucket one day. I might as well be the one who takes over. Ugh, have some respect, would you? I snicker at that. Respect? Me? I flash her a bright, overly friendly smile. See you around, Lizzie. She fumes but forces herself to take a deep breath until her expression stills. Unfortunately, because I'm like, I guess I'm saying like later to her or whatever. That was a pretty nice comeback. I'll give her that much. Beth, still up for lunch? The student slides through the door with a warm smile and a wave. I recognize her as a girl who's always with Elizabeth. Don't know much else about her. In the blink of an eye, Elizabeth's face softens into a friendly grin. Oh, there goes the smile I want to see, but it's not for me. I'll be right there. Yep, just in case it wasn't clear enough, her hate is directed exclusively at me. Like I said, she's the queen of angels to everyone else. Particularly this girl, who I guess is the closest thing she has to a friend. Well, Ishimoto, it's been a pleasure. I bet it has. She lifts her chin and stiffly walks out of the room, nearly bumping into a startled Yahiko on the way out. As a train of second years, probably her groupies, pull her away, Yahiko slips next to me. Why did she talk to you? Not me, the great Yahiko Ikari. Maybe because there's a limit to how many brain cells she's willing to sacrifice for the conversation. Beats me. She's been doing that for a while. Really? We were in the same class last year. Really? I'm not surprised that he just learned about this. Then again, to be fair, I don't talk to Yahiko much about my personal life. Yeah, something like that. It's not important. Yahiko evaluates me for a second with unusually... I'm looking down because I'm making sure I don't go for too long. Anyway, Yahiko evaluates me for a second with an unusually stoic expression, but quickly shakes it off, his face melting into a grin. So what did you think about my dream earlier? This again. On second thought, maybe we should have kept talking about Elizabeth. Same as the other 200 times you've told me. It hasn't been 200. Has it really? 203 to be exact. Thank you very much, Mr. Douche-ass. Huh? So that means... Wait, I was the one that said 200. Oh, fuck it. So that means you think it's amazing, right? Totally. I think it's the best dream in history, and it's so original and realistic. Thanks, dude. But I don't think you're aiming high enough. Huh? What should I add? Aim for the moon. He gasped as if it's the best idea ever, the poor soul. Forget Tahiti. A mansion on the moon? You be the first. And probably the last. Just to think about the possibilities. No one's even set foot on the moon. Yes, well... Nah, I'm not gonna go to there. I was gonna go keep like a quick history, like someone has landed on the moon, but then some conspiracy theories say that the whole thing was fake. So I guess he might be right. No one's ever set foot on the moon. Imagine how famous I'll be if I build a mansion there. No one's even set foot. Yeah, see, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. No one's even set foot. Seriously, either I stepped into the conversation at the wrong time, or someone just came up with a really stupid idea.
Oh, hi!
Well, what do you know? I'm gonna save this real quick into the empty slot. There we go. And I'm gonna continue this because I'm already getting into this. Like I said, I picked a really good time to do this, and I can't even... Like, I can read. Don't get me wrong, I can read, but Jesus, I'm trying to like, holy shit, I mess up on some words. I don't know. Maybe it's over the excitement of this thing. I'm really getting into this now, and it's only been 23 minutes in. I want to keep the videos not too long, but not too short either. Depending. I don't know how long this is. That's refreshing. Anyway, I'm going to pick this off right away after this one, and we'll continue the story, and we'll see, and we'll be introduced to these other two classmates that just showed up with me and Yahiko. So once again, I hope you guys are enjoying this so far, and thank you guys so much for watching. Again, we're gonna pick this up right away. For you guys, it's probably be like tomorrow or some other day for the next episode. So anyway, thanks again, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone. Fuck your armroots! No! How the fuck? No! Oh, that's bull crap. Am I even? No, I'm dead. Otherwise, it would have been big. Fuck you, this again. Survive the fight. Good. Good. Oh, damn it. Wait, I'm still alive? I'm still alive. I'm moving. No, I think I win. No! Yes!